and sum. All of the properties that you were using during order of operations, you will be using during equations, okay? All of those properties. So just beware, okay?
I'm the best at this. Mr. Conjure.
Yes.
We should have a battle.
What?
Me and you at this problem.
Okay.
I bet you I'll beat you.
Okay.
You should give him a quadratic problem and see if you can figure it out.
Yeah.
That's about it for right now.
Can you show me one?
Huh?
Can you show me one?
Which one?
Do it up there. It's like
To be honest, I can't
R, it's R, and then slash, and then 3.
Oh, wow.
You
Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. And a couple of y'all might have a problem like this. R over 3
Oh.
is equal to 2
Oh.
over
Okay, I was thinking like.
3. Okay?
Mine is kind of that, like,
So obviously the R is 2.
Negative.
This is, you straight. So this is a problem that a couple of y'all might have, okay?
I have one, but
You have one?
it's like that, but the R is instead of X and 2/3 is a negative.
Okay, I'll do that as well. So, Savannah, can you get that for me? Thank you.
Quick question.
Yes.
So let's say you have like a -9, right? By a V. And then,
Does it have anything to do with this?
yeah.
Okay.
So you have -9, right? By V. You divide it by -9 or just 9.
You just divide it by -9. Okay, so this problem right here, a couple of y'all might have this problem. And Campos, I'm gonna do yours next, okay? Remember, what do we multiply on both sides? The denominator. What is our denominator? 3, right? So, our denominator is 3. We're trying to get this variable right here. This variable, this one. We're trying to get this variable by itself, okay? So, we multiply this 3 on both sides. Boom. Boom. But look what we have. We have a 3 in the denominator spot right here, right? So therefore, do these 3's cancel out just like these 3's cancel out?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Okay? So therefore, your R is left with
2.
2. What is your answer?
-2.
There you go. Okay?
Okay, so thank you, that confused me.
It's okay. You're welcome.
I wasn't that basically on that.
If it's this is the same thing that you can do. Let me just do another one. X over 3 is equal to a -2 over 3. Is that what yours looked like? Is this what it looked like?
Well, the 2/3 was a negative.
Yeah, the 2/3 was a negative, okay? Well, you do the same exact thing, okay? 3 and 3. Both the 3's cancel out, leaving you
With -2.
with a -2, okay? So be careful, okay? You might see something like this on your quiz, you might not. It's still a 1 step, okay? Any questions, comments, concerns? No? Yes, no? Okay.
I have a question about something. I have a question. -8 by a -p equals to
-8
minus p equals 2. So is it just like a subtraction problem? Like I add
-8 minus p
Yeah, minus p equals 2.
equals 2. Okay. Now,
Because
This can be viewed as a two-step equation, okay? A couple of y'all might have this on your paper as well. Thank you for asking this question, okay? Matter of fact, I suggest you write this in your notebook as well, okay? Write this one in your notebook, because I'm gonna give you some notes to go along with this, okay? So, first things first, right? You have -8 minus p equal to 2. Well, we gotta get the p by itself, right? But what kind of a p is this?
this is negative p.
It's a negative p, okay?
Oh, you put the 1.
This is a negative p, okay?
Now remember, you put a 1 in that
So-
area.
You add the 8, right?
Mhm.
You bring down the whole thing. Negative p is equal to 10, right? Now, that negative is still next to that p. You got to get rid of that. So, what you need to understand is that
There's always a 1 right there.
whenever you
No.
have a negative
Alright, but there's still.
variable,
What?
whenever you have a negative variable, you must multiply or divide a -1 to the other side
It's supposed to be 10.
in order to solve. In order to solve. Okay? You multiply or divide a -1 to the other side in order to solve. Usually people in this type of situation, they just divide a -1 to the other side, but you can multiply a -1 to the other side. It doesn't matter. It's your choice, okay? So if we divide a -1, what you do on one side, you do to the other. The negative and the negative, they cancel out, okay? They cancel each other out, leaving the p by itself to be a positive. 10 divided by -1 is what, Miss Johnson? -10.
Now you see what I didn't see? Because I was rushing. I put the 1 right, like between the negative and the p, right? That's correct, right? That's correct. I just didn't see what was going in between the -1 and the p. It was going to multiplication, so you divide.
If I see a negative p, I basically just take the negative from the p and just move it over to the answer.
You can do that. Say that again, Mr. Campos.
I basically just take the negative from the letter and move it to the answer number.
A lot of teachers teach this as well. If you have like a negative that's next to a variable, you know what I'm saying? This is the main definition of how to do that. But what Mr. Campos does is what a lot of teachers teach. If you have a negative next to a variable equal to whatever number, okay, all you do is just take that negative, and then just move it to the other side. Just like that. That way, your variable will be equal to whatever, let me put plus or minus over here, so that it will be changed to whatever plus or minus that number will be. So to speak, if you have a negative variable over here equal to a negative number, then that'll be x equal to a positive number. Whereas if you have or a negative variable equal to a number over here, then therefore that would be that variable equal to a negative number. Okay? That's basically what is being done. Okay? You're multiplying or dividing that negative to the other side. Okay? You got your hand up?
Yeah, can you do one for me?
Mhm.
So it's negative 60 equal to negative 6r.
Negative 60 equal to negative 6r. This r, my r's look funny. Let me just put x. Okay, so my r's look funny. So here you have your variable on the right side. Does it really matter what side your variable is on?
No.
No, but at the end you do have to switch it.
Well, you don't necessarily have to switch it. I'm not going to be one of those teachers who says, "Oh, you have to have your variables on the left-hand side." Not when it comes to equations. Now, listen up though. When I go over inequalities, then yes, you must.
Bad habit, though.
I know, it is. It is a bad habit to have your variable on the right-hand side. But if all I'm focused on right now is just y'all solving, okay? I just want y'all to come out with the correct answer. We can worry about the sides later,
I
okay?
mean, I got the correct answer from the back, but it kind of didn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's multiplying it.
Long story short, what's going on between the x and the negative 6?
Oh
What's-
wait, no.
What's happening between the negative 6 and the x? Look at your notes. What's happening? Whenever you have a variable next to a number, what is happening?
Oh,
I'm trying to find where I wrote it.
they're being multiplied.
They're being multiplied. What's the opposite of multiplication? There you go. So, therefore, what are we going to divide underneath it to get that variable by something? Yes. And what you do on one side, you must?
Do on the other.
Uh-huh. Right?
Okay, yeah, I got it now.
It's,
I guess I'm just confused by the double negative.
It's okay. Well, negative divided by negative is a. Therefore, this x is equal to what?
Negative 10.
There we go.
And that's the answer on the back.
Yeah. Okay?